Child support, child support, child support. Is there any more menacing two-word phrase in the English language? There are two adversarial positions here. Number one, you have likely the father who will likely be the payor, the person paying child support, on one side. He is being sued for the establishment of child support, health insurance, maybe daycare, and other related expenses. And then you have a potentially single mom on the other side, struggling to raise a child with limited funds because there's no couple, there's no togetherness, there's no two-parent income, there's no two-parent household. From the father's perspective, he very likely wants to have more time with his child, to the extent that he even knew that he had a child, or that these two folks ever had any sort of significant real relationship. There are so many different versions of this story. Morality aside, this is a modern problem, a very modern problem. Mom needs money so that her son or daughter can survive, so that her daughter can have health insurance. Dad, on the other hand, might not have prepared for this outcome, that there's been a birth of a child, or that suddenly, rather than paying for certain expenses, he's going to have to pay the mom a lot of different expenses, not individually, but all at once, through the establishment of a monthly child support number. And that child support number can be disproportionate to his income. What if the dad makes $3,000 a month and has been ordered to pay $1,200 in child support? Where is the dad going to live? How is he going to have money for basic expenses, for his needs and necessities? On the other hand, should that minor child, that innocent little baby or kid, remain in poverty or not have all of the needs and necessities? Again, this is a modern problem in which both of these parties, dad and the mom, rather than being co-parents, are now essentially loggerheads. They're in legally different positions, and neither one is in a good position. The mom is financially destitute, and the dad is financially destitute because he has to pay child support. There are no winners in this situation. The minor child, though, is the state's concern. The state's concern is not dad's financial health, or even mom's, to an extent. The state of Florida's primary concern is this minor child. Does this child have the opportunity to grow up with everything that he or she needs, with the bare necessities at a minimum? Diapers, toiletries, formula, baby food. Now, a roof over one's head, that's not even the consideration, although wouldn't that be great if everybody were guaranteed that? Even that is not a guarantee in today's society. So when dads talk about how horrible child support is, they sometimes neglect to recognize the reality for that little kid. And when moms talk about how horrible the dad is because he's not paying, they might also not understand that sometimes people literally do not have a choice. And so what happens if dad does not pay child support? And it has been established through the Department of Revenue or through DOAH, the Department of Administrative Law Hearings. Well, what happens is this. They send out a threat letter that dad's license is going to be suspended if he does not pay immediately, a purge amount. Nothing to do with the movie, just purging his bank account, if you will, purging the situation so that way the minor child gets the money vis-a-vis the mom or dad, depending on whichever way this goes. Whoever the payor and payee is, it does differ case by case, in all fairness. And then the dad has to pay it. If he does not pay it, then a writ of bodily attachment is issued. What in the world is that? That is a habeas, a bench warrant for the dad's arrest. If he gets stopped for a traffic ticket, anything that he has an interaction with law enforcement, they're supposed to arrest the dad and put him in jail. Well, wonderful. So this minor child has a dad who is in jail. How is he supposed to pay his child support if he's in jail? Well, he wasn't paying his child support before he went to jail, says the court. Maybe this enforcement mechanism will teach him to comply with a court order. Failure to comply with a court order, the court is the state. The court is the law. Follow it or else. Consequences. So you can see moms are not necessarily seeking to be vindictive here. Moms are seeking to provide for a little child, and they need help in most cases. Not everybody's flush. Not everybody's rich. And even if they were, shouldn't both parents contribute to the support of that child? Now, from dad's perspective, either he wants to play a role in that child's life or he does not. If he does, he's going to find proper counsel who's going to recommend establishing his rights by a paternity act. The establishment of paternity in family court, not financial court, which is the DOR or DOAH. And this is how the system works. It is inherently adversarial. Couldn't there be a better system where a mom and a dad have more incentive to reunite as co-parents, or maybe try it for the first time through counseling or coaching or classes? That's a noble idea. Does it actually work? I'm not sure, because it's not required by the system. All that's required is pay your child support or go to jail. All that's required is a lawsuit, not some sort of program that requires the attendance of both parties before that lawsuit proceeds. So the system has its flaws. It's also really a fail-safe mechanism to be used primarily when nothing else has worked. And it's a sad situation. At the end of the day, we hope that the minor child is going to benefit from the whole process. And if not, then that's truly unfortunate, because neither mom nor dad is truly made whole by this process, and it can be punitive to both.